Hey guys, so this is a Clovis point from my last video, my Clovis fail, and it snapped, it fractured right, when I fluted it the second time, it reversed and the flake dove through and cut the point in half. But a friend of mine who I got the material from, Dan Collins, said, hey man, why don't you try to super glue that thing together? I've heard that you can do that and flake through the break, after it's glued. And I said, well, that's a good idea for a video too. Yeah, I mean, it was his idea for a video. So I said, yeah, absolutely. It sounds like a great idea. So I glued it together yesterday, and this is the glue I use. This Loctite. This is the Ultra Gel Control. So it's got these little things here. So I just put a thin coat on both sides, coated it, smoothed it off, put as thin of a coat as I could because I didn't want any extra glue in there, and made sure both surfaces were covered to the edge, and then I squeezed it together, and that's what we got. I did take a couple flakes. I was filming and I got out of frame for a minute, so I just started it over, but I took a flake here and it broke right at the crack. So the flake went to the break and then stopped, so it was like a step. And then I took another flake on this side and it brought it down to about the same level here. But I did have some kind of tearing along the edge of this second flake. I guess where the material got thin and that glue was holding on to it, it ripped some of that material off there. But other than that, it removed quite a bit of mass off there. So I'll take some denatured alcohol and clean all this up when I get done. But so far so good. We're gonna keep trucking. It's kind of cool because I don't have to do a whole lot where the break is. I just got to get a couple flakes up from the edges, so this could very well work out. I think I could even get another decent flute going up through here. So that'd be a super glue commercial, Got a crap load of mass up here in the tip, and that was kind of intentional in the beginning, but I really need to get rid of that now. So I think what I'll do is try to get a few flakes in here, maybe get a couple in here and a couple right in here, and that should even it out. It's coming loose. That should be enough. You can see there again, it broke. It broke up to the crack and stopped. Looks like it might it may have separated just a little bit right in here. Just might work, by golly. I wouldn't mind having this one for myself anyways. These are the only ones I end up with, or the ones that I break or are so ugly nobody wants to buy. Then I usually end up re-chipping them into something else. Okay, so that removed the mass I was trying to move on that side. Might be able to get one more right here. Got a step fracture here though, that don't look very safe. Well, I'll try it anyways. Yeah, it got by it. That was that little radial fracture I was talking about earlier. That might have been the other video that I got out of frame on. Actually, let me zoom this out before I get out of frame on this one too. Okay, so I think maybe if I take a couple here, or maybe one here, and then I'll come back and try to get this one. That'll expose it a little bit more. Get rid of that little bump. Okay, see how that exposed that quite a bit more there. Just chipped right past that crack and didn't even think about it being there, and it went just fine. I kind of have a platform there to try to crank one through there, but I guess that's what the video is all about. The platform's lined up right on the brake, so let's try this and see what happens. Might not let go. Nope, broke it. But you know what? I'm gonna clean this thing off with denatured alcohol, and I'm gonna glue it again, because you wouldn't have to do that. You wouldn't have to strike right on the crack like that. You could work your way into it from either side. If it's broke this way, going across the point, you know, you could work your way into it from either side, and it would probably hold together. close-up of the glue. It probably wouldn't hurt to clean the surface of the point with denatured alcohol before you glue it, or some kind of something that'll evaporate and clean it off there, acetone or something. This one side, when I stuck these together, the one side might have started to haze over, because you guys know how fast this stuff sets. And I noticed my fingers starting to stick together before I got this thing squeezed together, but I mean, glue squeezed out all the way around, so. But I'm just thinking, if it hazed over in there, it might not have bonded as well as it could have to itself, you know, because that's what it looks like happened to me. It doesn't look like it peeled away from the stone. The glue stayed, but it just broke away from the glue itself, if that makes any sense. All right, there's a nice short video. I'll do a part 2 to this one too, and glue it back and see if I can pressure flake it, and might even try to flute this side of it. So, all right. Hopefully y'all enjoyed that. Have a good day. I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.